Hey you guys, I'm looking all kinds of crazy right now. I know, but it is freezing, so like the heater kind of went out in the house, and I'm like stuffed away in the bathroom right now with the heater and like thermals and my Superman pajamas because they're the warmest things I have. So it's like, okay, I just got out of the bath, I washed my hair, now I'm fixing it up to kind of get ready for the next, for the night. And then I only like wash my hair every few days, so it's like, okay, this is like my pre-week ritual where I go in for the next couple days. I don't have to worry about my hair, blah blah blah. And also my daughter's busy in the other room, just kind of having some chill time. And I was like, well, I can do this really, really quick. Like, I don't need to be on her every second. I have to remind myself that, because then I will be on her every second. Like, just anyway, before I get any further, yes, I deleted 2 videos. I deleted one about a certain individual who is either getting somebody to look at my page or who's checking out my Facebook and Instagram to see what I've been up to. And then the other one is about what happened when I went to visit a certain place. Gosh, I had to be so vague, to take care of something that's been happening, an ongoing issue that's been causing me a lot of stress, a lot of grief, and that has nothing to do with anything that I tried to do. It was somebody else, a couple people that dropped the balls. One person who was just being plain vicious, and another person that let this person get away with it, basically. So I'm going to be taking care of that. But the meeting didn't go as expected, and I realized just how screwed over I got. So because I accidentally name dropped, and because I got too specific, this person will look for any opportunity to come after me for anything. That's just what he does now. So I have to be really, really vague, which makes this whole thing almost pointless. Not that I'm trying to get anybody in trouble again, but it's just, anyway. So yeah, he's probably watching this right now, or his friends are, and they cannot wait to go back and report, God, I'm all broken out on my neck. Hormone stress, isn't that cute? So they probably can't wait to go back and tell him what they're seeing. And we're all in our 30s, 40s. I just turned 37, and I'm like, why? Like, why the gossip? And if he's doing it himself, I'm like, what exactly are you looking for? And why do you feel this need to wait for me to screw up? You said you wanted me to do better. You tell people what they want to hear, basically, to seem like the good guy, and then you basically make it impossible for me to move forward. Which brings me to this video. When is it okay to move forward? When is enough enough? When does the anger stop? When does forgiveness, acceptance, blah, 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 kick in? And what the hell do you have to do to get somebody to leave you alone? For some people, I think it's really more of like a control thing. This person was very controlling. There was an image always. There was a persona always. Everything had to be a certain way. Everything had to look a certain way. You had to dress a certain way. You had to listen to a certain type of music. You had to know the right people. And it became exhausting and terrifying and scary knowing that I could never live up to what he expected me to be and who I tried to be, because like I didn't want to disappoint him, but I was always a disappointment from day one. And stupid me, like I didn't realize that I could always be like, okay, well, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe this relationship isn't the right one for me. But it was always, well, what can I do to make it better? What can I do to please him? Why can't I ever please him? Why am I not enough? Blah blah blah. So that was always a big issue. Having said that, I feel like he's looking for any way to punish me, to continue to keep me in my place. Things he used to say to me like, I can't say that because I can't be specific. But he would tell me like, I've done this and this and this. I've worked with this person and this person. What have you done? Who are you? You're nobody. And, you hear that enough times and you believe them because, yes, he is very talented. And, yes, he's told me about all these things. But he's also had, just like I used to, a way of doing half-truths and maybe kind of blurring the line, fibbing a little. Like, a prime example would be like, well, I had dinner with this person one night. when it turns out this person was actually just in the same restaurant as you, that kind of thing. Or I had the privilege of performing on the same stage as this band. Well, yeah, they performed there 3 years ago, but you didn't necessarily perform with them, you know, that kind of thing. And not to knock out him, because like I said, he is very talented, but the point I'm trying to make is he wants me to suffer so bad, and no matter what I do, it'll never be enough. He's being just really nasty, really vicious when he's gotten what he wanted from all of this. I lost custody. You know, I've lost any ego that I might have had, my pride, like everything. And you know what? It was a really good thing, because I get to start all over from square one and be exactly who I should have been from the day I was born. And I never was that. Like I said in the first video, that stability and foundation was never there. But the thing that trips me out is he seems almost more upset by this. He seems almost more bothered and more determined to tear me down now that I'm sober, and now that I'm doing better, and now that I'm fulfilling what I need to do. But it's almost like he'll set up these impossible standards, and, you know, I'll be like, oh my God, I can never do this. You know, this is crazy. And then I surprise myself and I do it, but I anger him by doing it. And then he sets up like another series of obstacles. And it was just one hoop after another, and changing the rules and you know, taking things out of context. As he used to love to say, you're taking things out of context, or you don't understand what you're talking about, or you're just flat out wrong. And so it's just, when is enough enough? When can somebody move on with their life? When will everything be okay? And when does the anger subside? Maybe not even go away. Maybe not even complete and total forgiveness, but to be like, okay, that's enough. She's done everything I've expected of her. I'm getting everything I want from this. But instead, he's like trying to get me into trouble, which I don't understand. Like, what's going on now versus what happened, you know, in a different situation. They're two completely different things, and you can't continue to punish me for something that happened, you know, 7+ years ago, and that has nothing to do with today. Why continue to punish me, and why are you so hell-bent on getting me into trouble? And then, you know, it's like, okay, talk shit about me if you really, really want to, but don't make stuff up, and don't purposefully try to get me into trouble, because that's just vicious. And then if you're really feeling the need to do that, then you need to look into yourself and try to understand why you're so angry that I'm doing better. And I hate that some people are all about, you know, watching people fail. Like, my succeeding and doing better has nothing to do with you or how you perform or how you live. Like, it shouldn't. And if it does, and if it scares you, then you need to ask yourself why. You know, like, my life and how well I do really doesn't interfere with what you're doing, unless you're worried about something and questioning something. And if you're truly terrified that something might stop, and that's got nothing to do with me, and that just shows like how dirty your motives were to begin with. And again, nothing to do with me. But you were just playing dirty all along, which I knew he was, because I knew he's always been after one thing. Okay, I can't even say that because it's too specific. But yeah, like, when is enough enough, right? Like, sure, be angry at me, be mad at me. But why try to get me into trouble? And why try to put me in a position that is so detrimental to basically me living and taking care of what I need to do to make sure you get what it is that you want, the thing that you've been wanting this whole time, jeopardizing that. But really, I think it's just because there's so much anger that he will do anything, even if it means, you know, he'll do anything at this point. And I think it's just become so toxic and so crazy that it's very reminiscent of how I used to be and how my family is, a family that I don't talk to anymore. But almost worse than that, because it's ongoing. It's every little thing. It's not, I don't know, it's just crazy. And it's affecting one very, very important person. And then if something goes wrong, this person is, you know, he's going to blame it on me and be like, well, then you shouldn't have blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, that actually wasn't me at all. So that's what's happening. And yeah, I had to take down a couple videos because this person's looking for any reason to file a lawsuit, any reason to just be angry. It's almost like this person thrives off of anger and vengeance, and like there are times where I will break down and cry. Like, I am tired, I'm exhausted, like, just leave me alone. Like, you're not gonna get rid of me. I'm not gonna go anywhere, and I shouldn't have to, because my place is here, doing these things for this person, taking care of this little person. And it's almost like that scares him or angers him or upsets him. And it's just, when is enough enough? Like, you got everything you wanted. You got everything you wanted. The only thing that hasn't happened yet that I think you're pushing for is putting me in jail or running me out of town. And I just want to say this to you. I am not your dad. Dude, I'm not your dad. And I know he's going to see this, or somebody's going to tell him about this. Dude, I'm not your dad. Some of us can change. Some of us do change, and that shouldn't anger you. That shouldn't intimidate you. That shouldn't upset you. That should be, you know, a good thing, a comforting thing. So yeah, I wanted to do this really quick. Now it's hot in here. This freaking thing gets so hot. So yeah, it's just, I really wish this dude would just back off. Let me live. Like, seriously, let me live my life. You keep on living yours. I'm not doing anything to you. I'm not trying to do anything to you. I'm just trying to make things right. But for some reason, he really doesn't want me to. He really wants to see me fail. And he will be willing to do whatever it takes to make me fail. And he's done pretty much everything he can at this point. And he's got a team of experts around him to help him do this. And it just sucks. And it just sucks. Like, yeah, I mean, be angry. Okay, yeah, be angry. But at one point, does it stop? You can't be angry at me forever, especially now that I'm working on it. I'm fixing it. I'm no longer anything like I used to be. And damn it, don't let that upset you. If it upsets you, you're being ridiculous. That's crazy talk. I don't know. Maybe it's the Superman onesie. I don't know. But my hair looks clean. That's all I can ask. That's all I can ask for today. That was an effort, though. I don't know. It's just, it almost scares me, and it does worry me that somebody, you know, sometimes I wonder if he remembers why he's angry at me, or if he's even angry at me for not the right reasons, but if they're valid reasons at this point. And he can always find a reason to be mad. He was always good at that. He was always very judgy, very hypocritical, very judgy, very angry, very bitter, always. And now, I don't know, it just sucks. I don't wish him any harm. I'm not trying to punish him. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying to get him to stop. Just leave me alone. You know, and your lady too. And your mom, like, stop. Yeah, like, I don't know if anybody else feels that way, like, where you're put in a position to fail because there are people that want to see you fail and screw up so bad, that way they can have that final say and be like, see, I told you all along, like, she could never do it, when really you're the one sabotaging it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I just know that if I could do things differently, I would. There are things I wouldn't have ever gone through with. There are things that I never would have done, said. If I knew them when I knew, like, knew now or whatever. The only thing I could do with them, I would have just said no. Let me put it that way from the very beginning. I didn't know I had options all along. I didn't know that you had to be a certain way for somebody, that you could just be yourself and that would be enough. Like, I didn't know that. I was 22 when we met. He was 29. Oh, Jesus. That might be too much. Anyway. Live and learn, right? And that's the thing. I'm LIVIN. So just let me do it. Let me do it. And I'll let you do it. I have been just, yeah, Michael Jackson. Leave me alone. God, I got all spacey there, didn't I? All right, y'all. It's too hot in here. So take off all your clothes. Get it? It's okay. All right, bye.